Hi, I'm Kathy Holloway Hill, and we are here at the Downtown Marriott in downtown Indianapolis for the White Party. And we are going to have a magnificent time here on the Living by Design show because we have some national celebrities that you will love to hear from. Stay tuned. Coming up on Living by Design.
Imagine walking away from a 28-year executive management career in corporate America to pursue your passion of empowering the world, giving them the tools they need to live their dreams. The Living by Design show with Kathy Holloway Hill. Impactful, informative, empowering. Take a look at a few of the guests that have been on the show. It's your time to be living by design.
Hi, I'm Kathy Holloway Hill, and welcome to the Living by Design show. And this is a magnificent show, and I'm so excited. I'm trying to contain myself because I am here with my sister, my friend, my partner, Miss Chris Meadows, who is the founder of Harvest Girls International. Chris, welcome to Living by Design.
It's my pleasure, Kathy. I am so excited to be here with you. I know we just girlfriends, and it's hard for us to not just get giggly and be all excited with each other. And so I'm so glad to be here.
And we may do some of that too.
Yes,
so
that's fine.
It's okay.
Okay.
I really want to bring some awareness, and I want you to talk to our viewers about Harvest Girls International. It's an organization that is massive, but I don't think a lot of people in our community know about it. So please just tell us, when did you found Harvest Girls, first of all? How long has it been in existence? And what are some of the things that you guys do?
Well, Kathy, I had an idea about this probably 20 years ago, and it was an idea, that's all it was. And in 2007, I put it on paper, and I wrote the dream down, and then in 2008, I launched the dream. It actually was incorporated, and we started empowering women just through workshops and seminars, and I just wanted to change the lives of women because my life had been changed. I went through a terrible divorce, and it was very emotional, and it's very, as I would say to people, mind-blowing to me. And it just kind of set me back, and it paralyzed me. I allowed it to. And I decided that there was something better than this. And when I decided that, I started to discover that. And once I discovered it, I started to live it. And once I start to live it, it started to produce. And with that, I said, no other woman should have to go through this. I want to change the lives of the women that I touch. And so we did that, and then we said, well, we need to touch the young girls because they're going to be women one day, so why don't we just go and get them now? So we started Girls of the Harvest. It is called the Power to Dream Self-Esteem Program, ages 9 through 17. Harvest Girls International is originally a women's empowerment organization, Kathy, designed with you in mind.
Yes.
At Harvest Girls International, we empower women to celebrate the journey. No matter what you've gone through, no matter what your life has been, there's a celebration in you. Absolutely. And so we ask women to celebrate their lives no matter what's going on, because that road is going to lead them to their purpose. Yes. Purpose is going to lead them to their destiny.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so that's kind of the story behind it.
And your journey has been amazing. Just a true testament that when you follow your passion, everything else falls into place, because you have been a torchbearer recipient.
Yes.
We're here at the Downtown Marriott celebrating is the second or third annual? The fourth annual White Party. Yes. And we're going to be hearing from our guest keynote speaker, who is the Pine Sol lady. Miss Diane Amos is here. And I'm just so excited with all the wonderful things that you've done. You're an author, keynote speaker. Yes. In that short period of time, you have just done an amazing job. Let's talk a little bit about your book. So you have a collaborative project that you did with, I think it was Linda Eastman's.
Yes. I did.
Professional Women's Network.
Professional Women Network. And I was so excited to do the piece. I had 10 pages. I'm chapter 16.
What's the name of the book?
The name of the book is The Female Leader.
The Female Leader.
Yes. And I have 10 pages, and I am the 16th chapter, page 213. Yes. And I'm excited about that. And I wrote about Celebrating the Journey. That's the name of the chapter, Celebrate the Journey.
Wow.
Yeah. And I talk about a little bit about how to celebrate yourself even in your bad times.
I'm glad you're doing that. We have, like you said, I'm so glad you expanded your organization to include young girls, because our young girls need us.
Yes.
The self-esteem, because I've done some workshops
Yes,
with you.
you have.
We've done a lot of work together,
Amazing,
because
yes.
I just love what you do. I love what you're about. And we have so many things that our girls need to understand, and they need to know, and they just need to build their self-esteem and not get caught up in the images that they see in the media, and just love who they are from the outside through the inside, and everything in between. So I thank you for everything that you're doing. Now, how did you become associated with the Pine Sol Lady?
Well, it's 2010. I was awarded, Pine Sol had a campaign called The Powerful Difference.
Okay.
And it was several women organizations in Indianapolis that we were awarded grants from Pine Sol in collaboration with Ebony Magazine in the Sister Speak honoree luncheon. And I won one of the awards, and kind of just attached myself to Diane from that moment. And then I entered a contest that Pine Sol was having called the Deep Clean Diva. And so I came in second place. I didn't win that one, but I was there trying to win $5,000 for my organization. And so I saw Diane again. Awesome. And so as we were thinking of who we could get for this year, for our keynote speaker, we said, little do people know that the Pine Sol Lady, Diane Amos, is a phenomenal speaker, and she goes around the world empowering women.
Absolutely.
And Pine Sol is a strong advocate for women.
Yes,
and people really don't realize that, but if they check out their website, you can see that.
Right.
So we asked her if she would come.
And she did.
And she did, and she's from here, Indianapolis. A lot of people don't know that.
Yes,
originally
absolutely.
from here.
So
she came, and she's just so wonderful. We just love her.
Yes, and we're going to have an opportunity to talk to her. And Chris, I'm just so glad you had a chance to share some of you and some of your heart and some of your vision with our viewers. We're going to be right back. We have a lot more coming up on Living by Design. Stay tuned.
Coming up on Living by Design.
I actually got involved with Harvest Girls International because Miss Chris Meadows, the founder of the organization, actually worked with my mother at Honda. Oh. And at Honda, at the time, I was going through that phase where, just kind of on that path of destruction. And so Miss Chris Meadows and Miss Trelana Colbert, they had both came by my mother's side and told me to get involved with the organization. And now I will never leave the Harvest Girls.
Stephanie, you look like $1 million.
Thank you. I won the lottery.
So you can shop anywhere. Why household furniture?
Before I won the lottery, I was working 2 jobs, and they financed me, and they really understood my situation. So why would I go anywhere else?
So here at Household Furniture, everybody's a winner.
Yeah.
At Household Furniture, get comfort, quality, and style at monthly payments you can afford. Ask about our in-store financing and cash discounts.
Don't make the rental mistake. Come on to Household Furniture.
I would like to give her the Kathy Holloway Hill Empowerment Package. It is an empowerment package that will bless your life. There's books, there's CDs, and there's even a 1-hour coaching session.
Hi, welcome back to Living by Design, and I am now here with the beautiful Alicia and Kirsten, and they are Harvest Girls, and they're also scholarship recipients. I am so excited about that. I am all about higher education. I'm all about educating our youth. So I'm just going to start out by asking you young ladies how you got involved with Harvest Girls. And we'll start with you.
I actually got involved with Harvest Girls International because Miss Chris Meadows, the founder of the organization, actually worked with my mother at Honda. And at Honda, at the time, I was going through that phase where, just kind of on that path of destruction. And so Miss Chris Meadows and Miss Trelana Colbert, they had both came by my mother's side and told me to get involved with the organization. And now I will never leave the Harvest Girls.
Oh, that is so amazing. And what about you, Alicia?
Well, my cousins were in Harvest Girls before I was, and then my mom just registered me for the next program.
Really? Oh, that's great. And so now you're both scholarship recipients. So have you decided which college you're going to go to, or so where are you going to go?
I am a current student at Butler University.
Okay. And what's your major?
Science, Technology, and Society.
Awesome. We don't have enough of our African American people in the sciences. That's awesome. I love that. And what's your major?
Biology. I'm going to Indiana State.
Wow. That is superb. So when are you going? I know you're already
this fall. I'm going this fall.
So you're going this fall. That's great. I am so proud of both of you. So obviously you have goals and you know what you want to do when you finish college. And now do you want to stay in the Indianapolis area, or are you going to leave in the Indianapolis area, or?
I think for medical school, I may probably just go to Bloomington, IU's campus for medical school. But I've always told myself once I graduate, I have to give back to my community, especially seeing how things are now as far as the violence levels go. I would like to, get to the youth and help them get back on the right path. So.
Absolutely. Now let me ask, either one of you girls could answer this. If you had a huge platform, let's say you had an international platform, what message would you want to tell the world?
Maybe I would say to always be yourself. I just think it's important to be yourself and to not try to fit in with the crowd and just always be who you are and remember where you came from.
I like it. Yeah. I like it. Do you have one?
I would just tell them to never allow anyone to tell you that you can't do anything.
Wow.
I've always heard that, and to this day I still hear it, but if you believe in yourself, no one can stop you.
I love it. You ladies are a true testament to what Harvest Girls International is about, and I thank you so much for taking the time to talk to me and our viewers, because your stories are amazing. Thank you. I'm so proud of you both. Stay tuned. We'll be right back with more of Living by Design.
Coming up on Living by Design.
I know you're from Indianapolis.
I am.
Okay, awesome. So when you were growing up in Indianapolis, first of all, what age did you leave? How long did you live here?
So I was born here and raised in San Francisco. I left when I was 7.
Okay.
Which was a good time because really I have all the memories and the relatives and all that. So my memory is pretty solid. Okay. But I'm a California girl for sure. Mm-hmm. And when I come back here, the feeling is kind of hard to describe because all these memories come back that are just wonderful, and I see my people and I see myself, and our lives went such different ways, and they're the only ones that can imitate me and do all that, right? And they love it because it's just such a departure from where I started, and it's wonderful because I tell kids all the time, it does not matter where or what you start with. Amen. It's where you go and how you travel on your journey and where you end up.
Stephanie, you look like $1,000,000.
Thank you. I won the lottery.
So you can shop anywhere. Why household furniture?
Before I won the lottery, I was working 2 jobs, and they financed me, and they really understood my situation. So why would I go anywhere else?
So here at Household Furniture, everybody's a winner.
Yeah.
At Household Furniture, get comfort, quality, and style at monthly payments you can afford. Ask about our in-store financing and cash discounts.
Don't make the rental mistake. Come on to Household Furniture.
Hi, I'm Kathy Holloway Hill, and welcome back to Living by Design. And we are now here with the amazing Miss Diane Amos, and you know her better as the Pine Sol Lady. Welcome to Living by Design, Diane.
Thank you so much.
Now, would you like for me to call you Diane or the Pine Sol Lady?
Diane is good.
Excellent. Awesome. Well, Diane, I just really am happy that you are joining us here today because I really think you're going to bring a lot of awareness to our listeners and our viewers. And, you know, this is not only a TV show, we also have a Living by Design radio show that we share some of our content. So I want to just start out by asking you, I know you're from Indianapolis.
I am.
Okay, awesome. So when you were growing up in Indianapolis, first of all, what age did you leave? How long did you live here?
So I was born here and raised in San Francisco. I left when I was 7.
Okay.
Which was a good time because really I have all the memories and the relatives and all that. So my memory is pretty solid. Okay. But I'm a California girl for sure. And when I come back here, the feeling is kind of hard to describe because all these memories come back that are just wonderful, and I see my people and I see myself, and you know, our lives went such different ways, and they're the only ones that can imitate me and do all that, right? You know, and they love it because it's just such a departure from where I started, and it's wonderful because, you know, I tell kids all the time, you know, it does not matter where or what you start with. Amen. It's where you go and how you travel on your journey, where you end up.
Absolutely. Right? Amen. That's so true. So you still have a lot of family members?
Oh, yeah, I do.
It's like coming home for you.
Oh, it totally is coming home. I mean, it's so exciting. Yeah.
Well, we are here at the White Party.
Yes, we are.
And as you heard in the intro, we are here at the White Party, and Harvest Girls International is part of the, they're the ones who are putting it on, so they're the actual sponsors of the event. Now, how did you get involved with Harvest Girls?
Well, Chris Meadows, who's obviously the founder and CEO of Harvest Girls, we met her at a Sister Speak Luncheon, which is a speech I gave here in Indianapolis in 2010. Okay. And we awarded her with a Powerful Difference Award because she is making a powerful difference in her community, in her life, and just everyone that she touches. And we were just so taken with her and appreciative of her work in the community. We gave her organization a $5,000 donation and then gave her an award for just being outstanding, being who she is. She's amazing.
She is amazing. She is. We heard from her earlier, and I love her. She's my sister, and I've done a lot of work also with Harvest Girls with some of the workshops and just mentoring and coaching, and I think she's amazing, like you said. And we need that in our community because there's so much violence and there's so much stuff going on.
And the kids are watching.
They are.
They are watching. I don't care what you say. They are looking at us to be inspired. They're looking at us to see how we handle diversity and good things and bad things. I mean, it's important that they know how to celebrate their joys and their blessings. And it's important that they know that when things go badly, you have to handle that too. And when we handle things in a bad way, that's what they see.
Right.
When we handle things in a good way, they see that. And it makes all the difference in the world. So that's why I always try and show up anytime I can for girls and young women.
Awesome. I was just telling my spouse the other day that children will take your lead by demonstration. Yeah. You may say what you want them to do. You may tell them, this is what I want you to do, this is the direction I want you to go, but they're going to follow your demonstration. They're going to follow the walk.
They may be listening to what we say and want to put it into action, but until they see things in action, they don't really know how to do that. They can intellectualize that they should make this choice or make that decision, but until they see someone walk a path that's not necessarily the beaten path, and they see someone, you know, handle their lives in a way that's sophisticated and strong, they don't know how to do it. So we have to show them. It's us. It's us.
That's right.
All eyes on us.
That's right. Yeah. Now, you got involved in the Pine Sol, obviously, the spokesperson. So how did that start for you?
One of the gentlemen who was the main writer, Ben White, who is, bless his soul, since passed away, he was a fan of mine. I do improv comedy, I do stand-up, and he was a fan of mine. And so when they started this huge campaign, they said, well, can you start with Diane Amos for auditioning? So I auditioned, and they thought, oh, very good. But then on the other hand, they went looking around because I'm not exactly the Clorox necessarily, the type of person that they were looking for. I'm everything that a spokesperson isn't really. You know, I'm large, I'm black, I had braids, I had gap teeth, I got all this going on. And so they went nationwide, and they came back to me because people believe that I mop. I'm real, you know what I mean? It's obvious that I'm running a household, I got kids, you know what I mean? It makes sense, and so it's been my job, and I think that it was a smart decision on their part, mainly because I'm approachable.
Yeah, and you know, I absolutely love that because I do a lot of work with the Harvest Girls, as you know, and other youth organizations, Girl Scouts, and I work with a lot of young girls, and I want to teach them that the perfect spokesperson image is not always blonde, blue-eyed, and a size 0.
That's right.
You know, we love seeing real people who are relatable, who that we can look at and say, wow, I look like her. I can do that one day.
You look just like my auntie. And I'm like, you know what? I know. That's good. That's a good thing.
That's exactly what we want. And I just love that about you because you are so relatable. And not only just that, you're a spokesperson, but
and my grandmama used Pine Sol. I don't know about anybody else's grandma. But my grandma, my mom, that's Pine Sol, right? That's, if the house didn't smell like that, well, you know.
Yes. It was either that or what's that ammonia kind of stuff? I don't know. Maybe it was just plain ammonia. I don't know.
Could be.
Yeah, but yeah, that's exactly what I grew up on. So I think you're an amazing person with everything you're doing in the community. And we're going to take a quick break. And we're going to be right back because we want to hear a lot more from Diane Amos, AKA the Pine Sol Lady.
That's the power of Pine Sol, baby.
Hi, my name is Chris Meadows, and I am founder and CEO of Harvest Girls International. Harvest Girls International is a women's empowerment organization. We empower women to celebrate the journey, and we empower young girls ages 9 through 17 with the power to dream. I love what I do. I love this life because I'm living this life by design.
There are women who have great positions of power in many fields, and those women didn't get there by being soft or timid. They had to go out and get what they wanted. They had to make their employees understand what they were saying. They had to be articulate, they had to be kind, and they also had to be forceful. That's quite a combination in this society because the society tends to pit us against each other in an unnatural competitive way. And then because compete in things that don't matter. Oh really, you're beautiful? Well, so am I. Oh really, you got great hair? Well, check mine out. Oh really, I love your shoes? Well, hey, I made these. You know, there's it can go on and on. But the truth in competitiveness is all about confidence. You don't have to step on someone to raise yourself up. We have to teach that to them from a very early age. That we stand on the shoulders of others, but we're not standing on the shoulders to peg them down. They're lifting us up. So it's very important that we really concentrate on how to get our girls to understand that competitive is not bad, but that it does not have to be hurtful. This whole mean girl syndrome that's going on, and all the bullying online and all that stuff, no. Teach them that they can back away from being part of the problem. If you cannot be someone who is the leader in your school, or if you cannot be someone who is always going to be out there going, understand that every organization, every piece of community society has different levels of people that give different things. If there's someone in your school being bullied and you know they're being bullied, everybody knows they're being bullied. They probably even know why. But if you are that one girl who instead of bullying them, doesn't bully them and just says, hey, I think your blue hair is okay, or I like that outfit, I think it's cool that you're different. You don't have to be the one to save them, but you can be the one to be that one part of their day, that small part of their day where they didn't get hurt. And you will stand out for that person, and that's all that matters.
Hi, welcome back to Living by Design, and we're here with the Miss Diane Amos, the beautiful Diane Amos, the Pine Sol lady. And so now let's talk a little bit about that, Diane. So you had an opportunity to become a spokesperson, which is an amazing opportunity, and I'm so glad you're sharing your story because I want everyone to know that they can live their dream. That's right. You don't have to be a size 2. You don't have to have a specific look. You can live your dream. That's right. So you've been doing that for how long?
It's been 20 years.
Wow.
Right. And this is actually the first year I won't be doing the actual commercials. I'm doing online stuff and personal appearances. And they're trying a different way. We'll see how that goes. But I've had 20 years of putting Pine Sol on the map in a good way.
Great. And I've seen some of the commercials, and they are amazing.
Good, thank you.
You do a very
I have fun.
good job.
Like every time I leave my house to work, I'm happy.
Yes.
So that makes a huge difference no matter what you're doing.
Yep.
Right?
This show is entitled Living by Design.
Yes.
And when you define and design your life, you can't help but be happy.
It's really true.
Exactly.
And I don't think I realized when I took that job how incredible it would be in terms of young people. I mean, I've been chased by teenagers, you know, with good things to say. And I've been, you know, with the brothers on the corner going, you know, all hard. They see me like, oh my God, the Plaza lady. So I understand the connection.
Yes.
And I didn't realize that at first, but I think I was about a year and a half in. I realized, wow, okay, I get this. Like I feel this. Like I understand what this job means. It is totally not about selling cleaner.
That's
It's
right.
about selling the positive image of one's self.
Absolutely.
I mean, that's totally what this job is.
Yes.
And I love it.
And I love what you just said, because that's what this show is about. It's about embracing who you are, embracing who you are on the outside as well as on the inside, because this world is so caught up in this,
That's right.
you know, what we see physically.
And I've had instances in my career where, you know, I've had an agent that wouldn't send me out for something because of her perception of me. And you have to send me. You have to let me get in the room and do that audition, because talent prevails. I don't care what they were looking for when they first sent out the casting call.
Yes.
When the right person walks in the door, you're in the door.
Yes.
So I always tell them, send me. Let me do the work, and don't worry about that.
And what I'm really happy about is with everything that you've been through in your life, it has made you better and not bitter, because I know some of the things you didn't get that you wanted, but it has lifted you up and it's made you just really be the person that you are today, and that's so important.
I paid attention to also in the beginning statistics. You have to go to 40 auditions to get one yes. I have succeeded that many, many times in my career, so I always feel good. If I get a bunch of no's, I'm okay with that, because I've had my yeses and I know how the yeses feel, and I know how the no's feel. You cannot hold on to the no's. They don't mean anything. So it's been a good lesson for me too in my life, to, you know, to have patience and to also believe that some of those jobs are mine, period. I'll go out and see which ones I get.
And failure is not final, it's feedback.
Oh, yes, it is.
It's feedback to help you with
criticism.
exactly.
It
It
really
sure
is.
sometimes rejection is your protection.
Oh my goodness,
because
yes.
that's not your blessing.
No, seriously. I've gone into auditions where I thought, I did great. And I don't get it and I go, I wonder why. Other auditions where I leave and I'm going, wow, I should have done this, I should have done that. And they're calling back before I get home. So you just don't even know. You do your best every time.
Exactly.
And that's what works.
And you know who you are and whose you are. And when that is the case, God is going to take care of you, and He is going to send you what belongs to you, because you can't take someone else's blessing.
And you don't need them.
Someone else can't take yours.
That's right.
That's right.
Your blessings count for you only.
Exactly.
Yeah, and when you share, it's all good.
Absolutely. And we're all connected.
Yes.
We're all connected.
Yes, we
and I am just so glad you connected with me and our audience today and Harvest Girls, because this is going to be a magnificent event tonight, and I'm so glad we had this opportunity to talk.
Me too. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you so much for agreeing to join us. I'm Kathy Holloway Hill, and we are having a wonderful time here at the White Party at the Downtown Marriott. Stay tuned, because we have a little bit more coming up next week, and I think you're going to be very pleased with what we have to offer. Thanks. We'll see you next time.